already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready. 18 gator. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. H3, right 2, cut, twist. Short, guy. Check 6 guy.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right over. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Yeah. Mike 55. And let's pin him.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 58 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. First carry for James Conner. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Set! Like 30.
50 seconds to Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Easy.
Roethlisberger will throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, Jackson. Roberts has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check the outs. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
He was covered by Steven.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey,
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 55! Mike 55!
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, check Mike! Off! Watch 55! Watch QB drop! Watch QB drop! 55's Mike, guys, 55! I'm
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check 55 to Mike! Check 55 to Mike! I'm gonna run you over! 164! Check.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson steps away to his left. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Check. Check out route.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now counter, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, 68 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike. Go. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Switch it.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Tight end right. Hey, we got 3 down. Orbit. Mike's 50. Hey, I'm coming. Mike's 50. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Here's Jackson, operating from the gun. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Tackles. 55's Mike. Go. I don't even know why this team showed up. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
It's just me and you. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Too little, cupcake. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the run. Zoom. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills in the 5 spot and the Steelers the 6. That would give us wild card games of Bills, Chiefs, Steelers, Texans. You give the Titans, Raiders, Colts, or Browns any shot, Charles?
I give the Titans a shot. They get Houston twice in the last 4 games of the year. And the way they're running the ball with Derrick Henry and their defense playing well, yeah, they're very confident right now. The Raiders, no, I don't give them that type of a shot. I think they're a year ahead of schedule with the season that they're having. The Colts, I do give them a shot. Okay, Jacoby Brissett, if he can get hot down the stretch and they get Marlon Mack back running the football, I think they can have an impact. In Cleveland, no, I don't give them any shot.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And an alley to run. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Bravo. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike's 57. 57.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Smooth. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Check back. Check back.
Now Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And the catch made by Johnson.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
44. Hey, Haywood. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Whoa. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Mike's 50.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Jackson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So tied for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now this throw complete to Washington. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Roethlisberger now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Connor, and an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Ready? Black 20. You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Check curls, check curls. 50. 57, 57's right. I'm coming for you.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's going to let this one go, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, 38 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Mark 55, Mark 55.
Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
55 is Mike, guys, 55. Don't get nervous. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, and it is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
For that! 180. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
On first down, Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Select 30. Go back to 48 right now. Let's go. I got one. Let's go. Black,
they're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Jackson to throw. Man open left side is Brown. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jackson on first down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. You got nothing.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Snead. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On second down, Connor looking for space. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Orbit.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You go see. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. 3 buzz. 55's Mike, guys, 55. I know he ain't got it. Mike, 55. Check. Delta. Mike. It's got it right.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To throw is Jackson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Ravens have got it.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Stay with you.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready, 50, 60 yards. Check, 55 to Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Let's go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Tucker now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Steelers 26, Ravens 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Ready? Black 20. Check, 48's the Mike. Who that? Who that? Snickers.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
80 weapon. 10.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. So this one in the win column for the